What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the 24A.M. podcast. I am your host, Scientifixxx, a.k.a. Science, a.k.a. Kobe Science, a.k.a. Cy Tyson, a.k.a. Science Scorsese, a.k.a. Mr. Boombastic, a.k.a. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Shout out to the team, VC Studios in the building. Shout out to Born Evil. Shout out to My Homie's Kitchen. Shout out to Jerkman559, Nisi's Plates, Wayward, and Procreation. That's the fam right there we always do work with. Every week we have a special guest, and I have somebody coming in that's a different style of music. That's what the AM is. It's all music. So this week we have a special guest that I met on 420. You know what I mean? We were walking into Dr. Green Thumb. I know you guys saw that episode. And at the very beginning of the clip, the person I was talking to, here she is right now. So if you guys can't put your hands together, make a lot of noise for the one, the only Serafina in the building. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you for being here, madam.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. I checked out both singles that you had as soon as you told me you did music, and I followed it, and I was like, okay, yeah, we definitely got to get you on. And I'm very happy that you responded quickly so we could get you in the further episodes in the studio. The performance is going to be really good. I look forward to that. You guys are going to have a really good treat for that. But go ahead and tell everybody who you are and what it is you do.
Well, my name is Serafina. You can find me on Instagram, Serafina_music_. I don't know. It's always so hard to describe the kind of music that I do because I don't like to box myself in, but I describe it as witch rock and demon pop. So
okay, I like it.
I have these influences that I've gathered like throughout my childhood. Ozzy Osbourne is probably further and foremost like my biggest inspiration.
R.I.P. Oz.
Prince of Darkness, yes. But then I have some others mixed in there like Lady Gaga. She's probably number 2 on my list of my musical inspirations. Okay. People like Poppy, people like Bambi Thug, which not too many people have heard of them. They're from Ireland. But I want to take like rock music and mix it with a little bit of like I don't even know, like some enchantment, some sort of like almost dark princessy vibe, princess metal rock. Like it's like I said, it's so hard to describe, but just out here trying to create some new music.
I know what you're saying. Like kind of get it epic and like kind of like the theme music to what a Dracula movie would look like.
Yes.
But in metal form.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
I like that. Yeah. Because I mean that's good because there's so many melodies that go with that. There's so many like ambient sounds that can go with that. And, you know, very single noted that can bend out, but then also the darker, heavier tones and basses and stuff. So that's great. Yeah.
Very much so. I'm very inspired by metal. You know, one of my favorite metal bands is Avatar Metal. They're from Sweden, and I've seen them probably like 9 times live. They're absolutely amazing.
Wow, okay.
But they don't stick to the typical either. Like it's like melodic metal almost, you know, and that's something that I take a lot from. It's where it's hard, you have that heavy music, you have those heavy instruments, but you also have this beautiful melodic kind of, you know, it could be the chorus, it could be the breakdown, it could be the bridge, but it's something that breaks it up and makes it something you can sing along to, something that is, you know, I love metal, but I can't exactly scream the way I wish I could. So it's something that's like, okay, I can still be a part of this. I can still like sing along to parts of this song, you know, and I take a lot from that, and I take a lot from showmanship in that way as well. Like they have excellent showmanship, and that's something that I also want to bring to the table with my music. I want it to be a bit of an experience, you know. So I had someone tell me once it was like I do world building, and I really liked that.
Okay.
You know, it's like I want to create a story through my music. I don't want it to just be I do want it to be a banger, don't get me wrong, but like I want it to be an experience at the same time, something people can connect to. You know?
Like if you're playing World of Warcraft, all of a sudden you bend a corner and there's just a concert going on, and you're like, what the hell?
Exactly.
And that's perfect for it because there's a lot of music that is kind of based off of a genre in general, and with you blending a lot of stuff, that gives a variant to people's ears of like, oh, I like Bjork, so I like this.
Yes.
I like, you know, certain Icelandic bands, so I like this. And that kind of plays into that really well because having a softer voice too and such a heavier sound, because you can't get on, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It sounds very good because it's like what Evanescence kind of was able to do with the small little angelics on top, or like Portishead with that deep angelic kind of voice that she has, but then at the same time the beats are all structured and dark and like kind of heavy with this.
It's like duality at its finest.
Exactly.
You know,
being able to be happy and sad at the same time, or happy and mad at the same time.
It's like a beautiful sounding song, but it has like this dark energy behind it, and it's like something that I always imagine like riding through a storm kind of through my music, and then there's like maybe a beautiful pink sunrise on the horizon,
like
and there's
that.
flowers, but they're covered in blood, and then you're walking through a graveyard, and then there's more flowers in the graveyard, like, you know, just
like a Meatloaf video versus like a Soundgarden video. People's faces are melting, but you're riding a Harley off for no reason.
exactly,
Yeah,
and then there's butterflies and glitter.
Yeah. So
Yes.
how long have you been recording itself? Like, I know you just got these 2 singles out recently, but were you recording before that, or were you just starting doing performances and then got into recording?
I started just strictly with performances. When I first decided I wanted to do music, I was 22, I think it was when I decided I wanted to actually start. I think it was right before I turned 23, actually. I'm 25 now.
Oh, okay.
So it's been, you know, a little bit of a journey there, but I started with just doing live performances, and I actually started with like a band that I was in, like with actual like live instruments and everything. It was called Valkyrie Priestess.
Okay,
And,
might have seen you guys once.
Oh,
I think I might have seen you guys once, yeah.
cool, thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Heck yeah, it goes full circle, right? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I kind of started and just did a lot of, you know, did some house shows, did a lot of shows at like smaller venues around here, get some legwork and some experience. And I had been performing my whole life. Like, I'm not exactly new to performing in that sense. Like, I was, you know, a theater kid. I was in choir.
Yeah.
I, you know, was.
Shout out to my theater kids and my choir kids. I was a choir kid,
the
right?
thespians, you know. I feel like anyone that looks at me can tell I'm a theater kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
You're like, I don't know what
okay.
you're talking about.
What do you mean? I'm completely normal.
This is no theatrics at all.
None. Zero.
Yeah.
Hate it. But yeah, so I had a lot of experience performing in front of a crowd, singing in front of crowds. You know, I did a lot of, like I said, talent shows, theater, choir. I was in some, you know, musical groups kind of throughout my high school and middle school years and everything. I grew up in a very musical house. You know, my dad and his brother they had like a country band that they had created together when they were younger. And as far as I know, they opened for some pretty big people. I can't pick out names at the moment, but they, you know, they made kind of like a little career out of it. And so like I grew up in this very musical house. And so I always wanted to, you know, do this. And I was like, how does one even start to create music? Like, that seems like such a mountain to climb, especially since I don't necessarily play instruments. Like, I play the synth, you know, I can dabble on the guitar a little bit, but like I can't sit down and strum out a track for myself. It just don't work that way, you know? So I was very intimidated by it. I was like, how do I even start this process? And that's recording in itself. That was a huge, you know, I got over the hurdle of like live performances, and then I was like, okay, now the monster is here, which is, you know, recording. And I was like, how do I even create tracks for myself? I have a whole songbook full of songs that I've written, but how do I get the music? How do I get them to see the vision that I have in my head, you know, out onto this track? And I started just doing research into what it takes to create a track. You know, I bought myself a refurbished MacBook. It's so old I can't even get GarageBand on it, you know.
But it works.
It works. And I was able to get Logic on it, and so I was able to kind of tinker around with that, you know. And I tried to like record some stuff on my own, and you know, it was fine, but it wasn't exactly what I envisioned for myself. It got recorded. Will I ever show anybody? No.
Well, maybe us. I mean, we got a little, you know, we could probably add some mixes to it and little stuff.
I'm sure I can bring it to you and you can fix it up just fine. But yeah, that was a huge like hurdle for me, was like, how do I even start this process, you know? And I'm through the music scene, through doing live performances, kind of how I met you. Like, you know, you meet people that, okay, I actually do this stuff, you know, and can collab on it, we can work together. And I recorded Blue, I think it was back in January, so it hasn't been that long. Serafina is pretty much like me starting over, like brand new project this year. You know, I did Valkyrie Priestess for about a year, got my legs in, met people, got some networking done, and then that was a great way for me to actually turn it around and turn it into what I really want to do. And I found like the solo music just worked a little bit better for me as well. I mean, I love live bands and everything, but I always say having a band, it's like trying to be in a relationship with 6 people. It's not really easy. You know,
everyone has dates and schedules and moods and
100%. You know, and it's always the damn bassist. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you know, you know, hey, can you do this show? Everyone can, but this person can. Or, hey, can we practice this week? Hey, can we, you know, it was a lot to juggle and everything like that. And like, I think I discovered I had such a solid vision for what I wanted my music to look like that I found myself getting frustrated when I couldn't get it delivered to me. And I don't, you know, want to be like a bitch where I'm like, you know, like, it's not right. You know, you're not doing it right. Like, I wanted to be able to, you know, calm down, chill out, and just be like, okay, this is just going to be a different process. And that's what I realized, you know.
And too, as an artist, like that vision sometimes only can be translated by you. So having that frustration comes very easily.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody isn't doing or isn't hearing or like, no, I said like this. Yeah, I get that. But it's good that you put the legwork in because that first 2 years of trying to figure out recording is a very hard process for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You realize this is the forever way it's going to sound. So the performance can change every single time, but the once you record it, this is the way they're going to hear it, and then see the performance go, oh, it sounds different on the record. So that's always like a big issue. As an engineer, it's kind of like the first barricade we got to reach with artists.
Yeah.
You see the mic in front of you, and you're like, are you ready? Like, yeah. As soon as you press record, they're like, oh.
I remember that moment too. Where
And you freeze because you just don't know. The delivery's gone. The words are gone. Everything's gone. The energy was there 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the minute I open my mouth, I'm like, oh, so this is permanent.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna come out of me and live here on this track forever, and people are gonna play it on Spotify. It's so intimidating, and that blocked me for a little while, especially because I'm quite a perfectionist when it comes to anything that I do. I'm very like I'm meticulous. I want it to be perfect, you know. And with recording, I had to kind of take a step back from that a little bit and be like, you know, it may not be perfect. It may not be exactly how I hear it in my head. All I can do is do the best that I can, you know, and try to like put the work into, if I have to do it over again, I have to do it over again.
Yeah.
Like with my song Castle, I haven't released it yet. It's pretty much done recording, but the chorus isn't exactly what I want it to sound like. You know, to me, the pitch is a little off. To me, it's not as strong as I want it to sound. And I play it for other people and they're like, bitch, it's great, fucking release it. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, if you're not feeling it, no.
No, I don't think I can. I don't think I will. Like, you know,
I will never.
No, I don't think I will. So I have to, that's one thing I have to work on this upcoming week.
Well, again, we are engineers here, so, you know, if we ever need an extra ear that is actual from an engineer fan base or standpoint, you know, we were willing to listen to anything and help you get through stuff, because that's one of the reasons why we kind of started VC Studios. Shout out to VC Studios, follow them right here. So that we can have the community open to understanding music, having literacy through all of music, whether it be the music business, recording, live performances, anything that comes to this, because this is a business field.
Yeah.
And sometimes a lot of the stand back that people have is the lack of information. Like you were saying, it was frustrating because you didn't know where to start with the music, you didn't know who to reach out to, especially for a specific type of style that you're trying to create. Like, how do you reach out to somebody and ask them, hey, you want to try something we've never done and do it perfectly the way that I think it can be done? And that's kind of like a huge step. But then you find somebody who goes, yeah, I'm with that. You know, hey, I got some weird sounds in my head too, let's go.
Yeah.
And that'll work in that same sense, but it does take a while for any artist to get to that kind of level with another producer or engineer to go, okay, you see my vision, thank you, because I didn't even know what I was creating. I'm kind of just spitballing and throwing shit out there. Yeah.
You know, and that was a big thing for me about the past like 2 years that I've spent becoming Serafina, was I didn't know what that sound necessarily even was. When I first started this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be like a classic, like heavy rock singer. Like I wanna be like, you know, Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless or something. You know, I wanna have that, you know, just total like raw rock energy. You know, and as I kind of went through and I started listening to more music and listening to music that inspires me, I was like, you know, I do want to have aspects of that, but I don't think that's all I want to have, you know, because I love Lady Gaga. And like, she's not a, you know, classic rock singer. I mean, she can get there, don't get me wrong. I've heard her covers and everything, but like, things about her songs that I listen to, like, you know, Born This Way or Dance in the Dark, or, you know, all of those songs that
Alejandro.
Exactly, you know, and it's like, they get in my ear and they do something to me. They inspire me in such a way that I was like, you know, I want to take an aspect of this, I want to pluck that out, and I want to mix it in with, you know, this other vision that I have. I want to bring them together and create something completely different. And you know, that's the thing, is that being different is the only way to completely stand out. You know, you throw a rock and you're gonna hit a punk band around here or another rock band, which nothing wrong with that or anything. But my point is that being different is just what's gonna make you stand out. It's what's gonna make people remember you. And if some people think it's fucking weird, cool.
Good.
Like,
you struck a nerve. Yeah.
Exactly.
You made them think or feel something.
They'll remember you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I create the character that I create. That's why I dress a little weird. That's why I rip heads off stuffed animals and throw them at people, which, by the way, these are for you.
Oh, nice.
Thank you
so much.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
So sweet. And it comes with dog guts.
Yes.
I love it.
Of course. Pinky doesn't mind.
Yeah. And I can see the Gaga because she is a theater kid herself, you know, in NYC doing the whole thing. So the performances always have that kind of theatrics to it too.
Yeah.
Whether it is rock or when she goes very poppy or when she went country for a second, you know what I mean?
Yes. Shout out to that whole Joanne album. That was like a completely different kind of
so you know
feel for her.
that kind of idea is great, and I can see those influences because there are very experimental artists, even though they have a particular sound to them.
Yeah.
And it's good that you're finding what your voice is able to do by trying these different areas and different ranges.
Yeah.
Because that gives people more chances to like a different version of whatever your music can produce.
Yeah, something for everyone.
And then in the same sense too, when you're doing live performances, it's always something better to watch. Like you said, being a unique artist. I've gone to see rock shows and it's just like you're standing there watching them do nothing. Like they're playing, they're headbanging.
Yeah.
That's it. Next band, they're playing, they're headbanging. That's it. You know, there isn't much going on. You're not getting like an Iggy Pop. You're not getting like someone screaming, running all over the stage.
Yeah.
And then you get someone that like you that performs, and you're coming in a whole entire outfit. You got the makeup on, you got your vibe, the lighting, all that stuff, and that's completely different because instantly they're like, oh. So you're not just gonna come up and wear your regular clothes that you were wearing earlier this afternoon and just get up here and play your guitar and then get off and drink beer. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's actually an experience. So that's good that you're labeling with all of these artists that do have those types of energy with them. You know, when you see them live, you're like, fuck, that was a lot.
Yeah.
Whether it be the lights, whether it be how heavy the sound was, it's just like, yes, I wanted to feel something right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And with this project, are there more that you're gonna put out? Or are you looking just to do singles and then get response and see if the build is?
I do want to work on building an album. You know, that's something that I kind of was thinking about and giving a lot of thought to when I was writing my songs, was like, okay, am I gonna just roll these out and release them, or am I gonna, you know, release a couple, hold off, which is so hard because like I feel like once I record a song, I'm like, I want to get it out there. I want people to hear this. I've been working on this for 6 months. Like,
start thinking of media rollouts. Okay, I'm gonna do this video, and then I'm gonna do this real quick visual. Like,
So it's like I do have to learn to like pace myself a little because I do want to put out a full album. I've been dreaming, have a whole dream board of what I want the art to look like, what I want the title to be, what I want the story to be as you're going through this album.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, like I said, storytelling, that's really what I want to do with it. You know, I want someone to hear it, and as they go through, they can feel my pain and feel the things that have brought me to music, and maybe they resonate with it, and maybe that story, they can connect to it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing for me, is I really want my music to be something that can connect to people and something that can inspire people. You know, one of the biggest things I strive for personally is wanting to inspire like girls and women to feel like they don't have to necessarily fit into a mold. And it doesn't mean you have to necessarily fit into my mold where you're wearing a, you know, a big hood and you're throwing blood all over yourself and you're being weird, but like it could literally be whatever you want it to be. You know? And I've had shows where I've had little girls like watching me. Like it happened at Porch Fest this last, you know, there was a little girl that was probably like 8 years old, and she was watching me and she was like this the whole time, and I like gave her a flower and she was like, ah, and she like went into the crowd and started headbanging with all these like metal dudes with long hair and you know, like jumped into the mosh pit, and I was just like, yes, like this right here is like exactly what I want. Is like I just want to be like what Gaga did for me. I want someone to make them feel like they can be literally whoever they want to be, and it doesn't matter if it's different.
Oh yeah, she was probably had that energy there already. As soon as she saw it, she's like, I'm gonna go rage.
Yes,
like
exactly, you know, and like core memory, and that's what I want.
That
right there.
part, yes. Yes, because I did see that little clip that you posted on IG, and she was really like, oh my God, you gave me a flower. And then she looked at her mom, and her mom was like, oh yeah. She's like, no, like this is so tight.
Yeah.
That's the type of interaction you want to have with your fan base, and be able to inspire, because who knows, 10 years from now, she might be the next person doing something that's that creative and that inspirational.
She can open for me in the future.
There you go. Yeah, shorty, keep it up. When you get old enough and you got, you know, your musical career, we'll be here to blend in with it.
You can be on this podcast.
Yes.
With this wonderful team.
So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back in a few seconds. Go ahead and get yourself a drink, get something to do. I don't know, some eats, go to the restroom. We'll be back. It's Scientifixxx, Serafina, 24 a.m. You filthy animals. Be right back. Yeah. It's so cool too because like this whole opening of the podcast in we're in week 10 now. This will be you'll be at episode 11.
Oh, nice.
So 11 weeks we've been doing this, and I've always been involved in the music scene itself, mostly hip hop and rock, but mostly hip hop and R&B lately, and like EDM. That the last 2 months I've came across like 42 different bands and groups that I mean, way more than that, but 42 that I've actually like listened to now. And I'm like, well, I'm fans of these people. And then we did the listening parties now. I'm going through anything that, shout out to On Set List, or I think it's On Set List. And their IG page followed back, and they have a thing called Mic Check, and they have performances by bands. So I followed their page, they followed me back, and I'm just kind of swapping guests and finding the music of them. So they have a great like list of people that they've already worked with. Shout out to you guys for that. We talked about doing something coming up soon, so maybe in July-ish kind of area. But yeah, I mean, I'm so excited that there's so much music out there now that I'm able to hear, because the scene itself is getting a lot bigger. Fresno's getting a lot more recognition. And I think that there are those types of bands that are standing out, and artists that we have that are standing out. And we, like yourself, we're talking about Sanaa right now off camera. Shout out to Sanaa, it's my sis. We're actually doing her album here. We had our session last night with her.
Nice.
She'll be here tomorrow for another session. So yeah, we're doing her album. It's like transitional from hip hop kind of like, and then to her screamo emo kind of vibes, into like a rock punk at the end of the album. So it kind of gives like this kind of progression. If I were to put it into words, the way that American Psycho, the movie, plays out, where he kind of like knows that he's crazy, but then as he gets further along, he kind of like, fuck it, I am crazy. And then at the end, he's just like losing his shit.
Beautiful.
That's kind of like the dialogue of the album. It's like, here's a bunch of ideas that are beautiful, but then inside of them there's some storytelling, and there's like one song that transitions the mood of the album, and then it goes into. So, you know, trying to just design stuff the same way and be different with everything that we present, so the fans have an experience with something new. So we're doing it, so that's great that you know her though, and we'll definitely be working on some music together. I know that for sure.
Oh yes, please. That would be wonderful.
Jean. Yep.
Yeah.
You tell them. Welcome back, everybody, to the 24A.M. podcast. I am your host, Scientifixxx, back with my guest, Serafina. We're in the building just talking talk. Gene's over here doing a bunch of stuff. Big Gene's in the building, DJing. Shout out to Big Gene for bam, bam, bam. Shout out Vibe Check Studios. He's his name, DJ Vibe Check. Hi, DJ Vibe Check for bam, bam, bam. Yeah, so, we were talking about also the music that you're gonna be putting out, the projects and stuff. So, like, I know you have more shows coming up.
Yes, sir.
You know, so if there's anything right now that's out coming up this week, this comes out this Friday, so you'll be able to let everybody know in the next few weeks what will be coming up. So go ahead and let them know about that.
I know for sure I'll be doing a show at the Rockyard Tavern in Exeter on the 30th of this month.
Okay.
So I'll be doing, you know, a full set, which, you know, I finally have enough songs to do a full live set of my own original music, so that makes me really happy. I'm excited for that. It's going to be more of like a spring-centered show, so flowers and beautiful, you know, things like that. So I'm probably going to get some flowers and throw some blood on them, and like, you know, dress up like some sort of ethereal Mother Nature being, and rip some shit apart, like, you know.
Oh, like on Moana, like the lady that's the mountain, and then she comes out with the that'd be tight.
A little darker.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, so I think that's like the major like show that I have upcoming and everything. This was like a big thing on my roster of things that I was doing that I was really excited about. But you know, hoping to move into more venues and stuff. I've done, you know, a lot of house shows and everything, so I want to get into, you know, the Cave. I want to get into Strummers. I want to go back to the Great Rooms. I would love to kind of Summer Fox, you know, kind of get into more of the areas around here, you know, start selling some more indoor shows.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So, and I know this summer there's a lot of events coming to Fresno, so plenty of opportunities to get on there and rock. And I know from this podcast there'll be a lot of promotion for it. People will be able to see and the performance that she has coming up. You know, so if you haven't seen her live yet, what it looks like, what it sounds like. Matter of fact, quick clip. We'll play Blue right here. It's a little clip for you right there. And I'll make sure that I put that in there for you. It's post-production, you know how we do. Every time you see me point to the sky, there's something there. Yeah, it's going on. It's going on. Yeah.
Such a noob.
So you guys check that out on all platforms, all streaming platforms.
Yes.
And Serafina Music or just Serafina?
Serafina, we live Serafina Music.
Yeah, because we have events coming up. The listening party, May 22nd. You guys can hear her music being played there. We played it at the last one. At the very first song actually was Blue that we played for the night, and then jumped into a bunch of other stuff in Fresno. So that was great to get it. I had just got the song that afternoon, so that was cool too. But yeah, and then we have lots of stuff coming up, so we'd love to work with you on all of those things too, and see what we can expand on.
Yes.
And like I said, we're doing the Sanaz album, so maybe there can be some sort of collab in there.
Yeah.
You know, she has the heavier rock part of the album coming up, so that'd be definitely something.
That could be.
And we have Matt co-producing on some of that stuff. Shout out to Matt, and we have synths and heavy synth stuff in the house. We have Sahab that'll be coming in, who co-produced on our album, so he's a very heavy synth too, so we can get some crazy, dark, twisted kind of sounds out of these guys. So we can help a little bit, make something happen.
That would be wonderful.
You know, as we do in VC Studios, we're always trying to make the music better. You know, and especially with artists that are really doing it, want to get behind that and support it as much as possible, and make sure that everybody else gets the opportunity to hear that music.
Yeah, no, that would be great. I love working with new people and kind of seeing, because everybody has their own creative process. You know, I've worked with a couple different producers to make my tracks. I think I'm on like my second or third one at the moment. And everybody brings something kind of different to the table. That's why my songs, the first couple ones might sound a little bit different than the next ones that I'm releasing, just in terms of like the producer that I was working with and how our brains click together. Like I'm working right now with, his name is James, and he was actually the lead guitarist in a band that I was in previously that I played synth for. And he's just a wonderful artistic person. Like he can create, you could give him like some spoons and put him in the corner, and you'd probably come out with like a master track. You know? It would just be wonderful. And
you're like, how'd you make them electric?
Yeah, like, how'd you get like that reverse cymbal crash on those spoons? Like, I'm so confused right now. No, but and when we first started working together, you know, he said kind of what you had brought up earlier. He was like, I've never done music like this before. He's like, you know, he does all kinds of music, but you know, he's punk rock at heart. So he's like, you know, what you're trying to do. He's like, I don't even know where to start like building this track. He's like, should we lay the synth down first? Should we, I guess, start with drums? But then like, you know, all these effects, and sometimes I'll come to him with like a beat that, you know, perhaps I purchased and everything, and I'm like, okay, let's like build around this, you know, and that's kind of how I got my first couple of songs, Castle and then Cannibal Carnival. That's what I had done, was I had a beat and then I sent it off, and I was like, you know, make it heavy, make it dark, make it, you know, here's the vocal track for it, see what fits in there, you know, and kind of build up from there. It's when I worked with Morgan, that's what I had done with my first couple of tracks, you know, and when I showed those to James, he was like, man, that guy, like, he really got it, like he really knew what he was doing. And I'm like, nah, I was like, I know you'll be able to work with me on this too. And he's, you know, we just got done creating 2 new songs that I performed at Porch Fest, which was Sinking Down and Ursa Major. And those 2 songs, like, I am so excited about. I'm so excited to get those recorded because they turned out wonderfully. And Sinking Down was one that I hadn't even written originally. He'd come to me with that track and he's like, hey, I made this for you. Like, you know, and I was like, sick, dude. Yeah, I can write over this, you know. And I sat down for a week or 2 and I, you know, we reworked the track a little bit and we remade it into something. And then Ursa Major, you know, that was a song I had written. I wrote that when I was in Valkyrie Priestess. So like, we're talking almost 2 years ago, I wrote that song, you know, and I had a very big vision for it. And I wanted it to sound like you're floating through space, and then like this fucking hand of God comes up and like throws you into a black hole, and you're like, oh shit, and then like you back in space again, and around, and there's these beautiful stars twinkling around me, and it's beautiful, and then like another fucking hand of God comes and slaps you, and then you're flying again, and then it's just like very much kind of like a ride. You're going through a ride through this music, you know, and that song was kind of about feeling, you know, we're a small part of something so much larger in this world, you know, like ourselves, our problems, us just as beings, like we're so little, we're just a very small part of this whole world that we're a part of, you know, and that's kind of what that whole song was about. And when I brought it to him, he was like, ethereal, heavy, spacey, and I'm like, floating through space, and he's like, okay.
Not that hard.
Come on, God damn it, like, you know, and you know what, he fucking rocked it. Like when that song, when I performed it at Porch Fest, I'd only had the track for like 4 days. Maybe. Like he sent it to me on, I think, Monday, and I think Porch Fest was on Saturday, so like, I didn't have a lot of time to even practice with it, but I was so excited with how the track turned out because it really was so on point with the vision that I had for
Yeah.
it, you know, and I was just like, you know, I was like, this is gonna work. I was like, you know, we can work together so well, and I have a whole songbook of songs to continue working on, but yeah, I love working with different people and getting that different influence throughout my music from others.
Because with so many influences you have, you got an ear for so many different things. And you know, one person
100%.
would have to be in your mind or have worked with you the entire time and have the same influences to be able to create along with that. So yeah, you would have to pick people from a different genres. But that's so amazing, especially in that process of creating something new, to find people to help build that bridge with you and figure out this whole like the whole sound in general. Like, okay, where are we going with this one? All right, I'll give you a description. And let's paint the picture now.
Yeah, and it pushes them out of their comfort zone too.
Yes.
So like now he's creating a whole new wheelhouse for himself of things that he is able to create, and you know, people that he could possibly work with in the future.
Yeah,
you know, it benefits both parties.
Everybody, you know, learning the new levels of music is always going to be an expansion, and that's beautiful. Because I've seen people start off in one genre and end up in a completely different genre based off of some sort of influence in their music. And like, I just learned this thing and now I'm doing this solely because I fucking love it. I get to do this sound, and it's so crazy, it's so free, it's so quick. And that's great because that's going to give you so many different options. And I'm looking forward to hearing all that music. So every time there's a new joint, I'm gonna be like, okay, what do we got this week? What do we got this month? You know, there's always gonna be something new. And the performances, always, I'm gonna keep up on those so I can see wherever you'll be at. We'll let people know because we'll be sharing it all the time.
I love that.
And we'll be live streaming 3 times during the week. So if you have anything, we'll pull up on you. Or if you're ever available to come by the studio to do something like that, just come by and chill out with us. You know what I mean?
Be knocking on your door. I'll be like, I'm back.
Yeah, we're back.
Let me in.
Yeah.
Time.
holding your gear like that. Hey guys, it's
my
me.
jar of fake blood. I'm like,
yeah, come on, we're here. So I was gonna be like, oh yes, we're gonna have fun. Yeah, no,
definitely. Gonna do
definitely.
this time. I'm like a little scared.
That's good. We should always be on the edge. We don't know.
Yes, I want people to be like scared, but intrigued and turned on all at the same time.
Yeah.
Scare aroused.
Like if Euphoria was music, not just a show.
Yeah.
Like you watch it, you feel the intenseness, you feel the depression, the anxiety, but you can't turn away. You don't want to turn it off. You want to see the whole thing.
A slow car crash.
Yes, yes, exactly. So what do we got going on today? You got Mother's Day today. We're gonna go chill out with moms.
I am actually gonna go to work for a little while after this, and so I'm gonna go looking like this, and we're like, "Hi, I'm here." But
hey, Dr. Green Thumb.
Hey, Dr. Green Thumb. Not bud tending today. I'm just doing like some documents for them in the back and kind of working. I got bumped up to inventory associate, so I'm gonna do.
Oh shit! Bam, bam, bam.
Working on some more of that, and then once I get done, I will be driving up to Atwater to see my mama. Gonna have dinner.
No way.
Gonna give her a present. I have 2 jobs. I also work at Build-A-Bear.
Oh, nice.
So I have like a Build-A-Bear that I made her, and like, you know, she's already got a couple. As you see, I love stuffed animals.
That's crazy. Mom's is in Atwater. We just moved from Atwater 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. We lived right there by
Oh, okay.
There's like a Burger King right there and like a Save Mart and like
like one little strip of town that's there. You know, yeah.
The one before you get to the little spot, was it Winton? Yeah, the little town right there where we get the tacos. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she had just moved up from, they lived in Oregon, her and my stepdad. They lived in Oregon for a while, so I didn't really see my mom much for like 2 years, you know.
Well, that's good. She's back in the valley.
Yeah, and she's always been like my #1 supporter. Like, you know, through all the weirdness that I've brought into her life, like she's always been front and center for it, like with her phone. Like, yes. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like well, welcome back to the land, Mom. Bam, bam, bam. And you're doing music now, so it's perfect for her to be back and, you know, be able to enjoy this with you. Yeah. Matter of fact, shout out to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to all you guys. Everybody tell your mom you love them. If you don't have your mom, tell them you love them anyway. You know what I mean? Tell your pops, tell your family. It's always good to show the love.
Always.
Yeah. So that's good that she's back in town for you. You know what I mean? And so up work and then go see moms, and then what's the week look like for you?
Well, just kind of like when I'm not working, I try to just work on music. So that could be me driving up to Exeter where my producer lives, you know, and kind of sitting over his computer and building tracks, practicing my music, planning, you know, like the stuff I want to do on stage, things I want to say, kind of just, I'm always trying to think about it. Like, so that's, you know, when I'm not working, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Working on stage
you know,
presence.
Getting ready, yes, exactly, you know. Getting ready for this upcoming show again I'll have at the Rockyard Tavern in Exeter on the 30th of this month. So be preparing for that. you know, kind of again, what am I going to be doing on stage? How am I going to create a little tiny world within the 30 minutes that I have on that stage? And, you know, leave people remembering me. I just, you know, my goal is not that I just walk up, people are like, oh, like, that was nice, she was great. Yeah, no. I want to leave them with their jaws like on the floor and they're kind of like,
yeah, they don't even get a chance to clap. They're just like, what the hell?
Okay,
and the people that love it, they're like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you outside.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's one or the other, usually. Like, you love me or you hate me, and that's okay.
That's perfect. That's a perfect blend. You know what I mean? That's a perfect blend. Either way, you got a response out of them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what our music.
Stuck in their head a little bit.
Yeah, you live in rent free for a little while. You'll be like, oh, that reminds me of that one that I saw. Oh. And you're like, yeah, living rent free.
Hell yeah.
You'll remember the song. You'll remember me, what I was wearing, all of that. Yeah.
She's like a sexy Rob Zombie.
And she's burned in my skull. Can't stand it. Like, yeah.
Like, get her out.
And with the music too, it's like that. It's like an earworm, so it's even worse. It lives there forever, so you're always gonna.
There's a song called Earworm.
Really?
I haven't released it yet.
Perfect. See, that's exactly what we're trying to aim for.
It.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm there. I do that all the time when we're creating music here. I'll sing something, and then for the next 20 minutes, you see people slowly in chains singing it, and they're like, what? Who's saying that? I was like, me. Like, oh, it's like, why do you?
The best feeling in the world.
Earworm in it, dude. Like, it's stuck there. You can't get rid of it till you hear it.
Yeah.
And then you have to listen to it to get rid of it. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. Then your music did that. When I first heard Blue, I just saw the clip and I was like, I can't wait till this is out. And then it came out, heard it, played it at the show. I've heard it. It's in my playlist. So the last couple of days, that's all I've been listening to.
Have you seen the music video that I made for it yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I did when what was on YouTube was just the blue image photo. Yeah, and then with the song.
Yeah, so there is a music video up on my YouTube channel, which is Serafina Music Official, and we shot it up in Oakhurst like a month ago or so. And so it's, you know, it's a very haunting, kind of dark, nature, witchy vibes.
Okay.
So yeah, check it out.
I like that. Yeah, we'll definitely. The link will be right here for you guys to check it out, and I'll be watching it right after the video. Yeah. Comments, chat. Let us know. You know what I mean? Let everybody know. Let her know how you like the music in the comments of the chat.
If you hate it, let me know.
Yeah, that part.
Tell me.
And then you'll be able to see her in the description. So if you want to follow her pages, continue the stalking, feel free. You know, you yell at her.
Show, let me throw some shit at you. Like.
There you go. Yeah.
It's all love.
Yeah, it's all love. I mean, they're flowers. I mean, they're covered in blood, but the flowers. You know what I mean? Who doesn't want that? Get it, Gene. Get it, Gene. Gene's off camera right now, gigging.
feeling the music.
Yeah, no, Big Gene's over there killing it up too. If you guys could hear it, you guys can't. But if you could hear it, he's been killing it for like the last 2 hours on the return tour back in the DJing. So look forward to DJ Vibe Check back in the building. But yeah, so. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody before we get to this performance? Is there anything you want to share with the people? Anything you want to let them know? Good, bad, ugly, anything?
You know, I just want to thank everybody that's helped me get to this point. People like you that welcome me with open arms and help me continue to build myself and give me experience and give me exposure and just learn who I am as an artist. You know, I am eternally grateful to everyone that helps me with that. And, you know, I'm grateful to be here. I'm just grateful to be in the scene and doing what I love, doing the things that the little girl in me dreamed of doing. And I was like, I'll never be able to do that. I'm gonna have to go to work and pay bills and, you know, buy a house one day. Well, not anymore in this economy, but you know, you get me. It's like I had put that dream away in a small little box. And so I'm just so grateful to everybody that has helped me to get here and to be the person that I wanna be. And, you know, I appreciate seeing people out at shows, people that listen to my music. So, you know, please continue to follow me on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm going to be getting up more social media. I'd love to see people follow so that you can go to my shows so that I can meet you, give you a hug, throw some stickers at you, throw a stuffed animal at you, throw some blood on you, throw some blood on me, like give you a hug while I'm covered in blood, like all of that good stuff, you know. And I hope that you come to my shows. I hope you listen to my music, and I hope you get something out of it. I hope you're inspired to be yourself, if it's scary or weird or beautiful or whatever it is that you want to be. I hope that, you know, together we can all find the love to do that for ourselves and for others. And that's really all I want to do at the end of the day. So I'm just very, very grateful for being here.
Perfectly said, perfectly said. You know what I mean? Bam, bam, bam. Well, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to come back anytime you want.
I'll be on your, I'll knocking on your door.
Yeah, we'll be on the live Twitch or the live Kick streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We shoot Sundays and Mondays, but you know, you're more than welcome to always come to the studio and come hang out, work on some music, and come meet the media. We'll have some backdrops up soon, so we'll have a photo area up too. So if you need photos done,
I would love that.
and then if you want to shoot in here, you know, we can stage up something for you to shoot, like something that'll be a part of one of your videos.
Yeah,
it'd be great to be a part of your history. You know what I mean, in some visual sense. That'd
I have
be
a
great.
lot of ideas, so I'm sure we could work something out.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You guys follow her music, follow her on all platforms, like I said. Follow us, follow me, follow VC Studios, 324am, Scientifixxx. Everybody, it's all love. You know what it is, you filthy animals. Get out of here, 324. Love you. Next week. Oh, wait, let's get to this performance. Yeah.
We're from the golden grass, never was made to last. Oh, blue, you're making me sad. Season of summer's past, darkness is flooding back to me, through me. Got me so bound, you wanna hang around. You won't let me go, won't leave me alone. Wait till sundown, hold me till I drown in old blue. Oh, the sun is gone, I won't be waiting long for the night. Linger at dawn, your shadow moves along in my mind. Oh, I run to farther lands. I see you. Oh, you got me so bound. You wanna hang around. You won't let me go, won't leave me alone. Wait till sundown, till I drowned in old blue. Oh, the sun is gone, I won't be waiting long for the night. Linger at dawn, your shadow was along in my mind. Da 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 da.